You know, I don't want to play hypotheticals. I would just rather stick to what we're dealing with right here. You know.
What's going on, guys? Auditing America. We're at the United States Post Office with Mr. Universal from Universal TV and Fake Micro News. See if they respect our First Amendment.
I don't understand why you guys are even doing this.
Well, if you look at the rules, why are you backing up? If you look at the rules, it clearly states that we can film here, and all I hear is shouting about being on video. You guys have already provided.
Our postmaster
Correct.
has issued a mask mandate for all postal property.
Do you know what a mandate is? It's basically a request, ma'am. It's not a law.
No, I have it. It said you have to wear them.
So can you show me the law?
You can go to 1410 Northwest Gage and you can talk to the postmaster yourself.
I'm talking to you. Show me the law.
I thought you were the postmaster.
I'm not. Excuse me?
You said you were the postmaster.
No, I said you can go see the postmaster.
Oh, tell him to come here.
I don't think he's going to do that. I don't understand why you guys are even trying to cause a problem.
We're trying. No, we're not.
You
We're
are.
not. We're not. You guys are the ones that are freaking out
I haven't done anything.
over a
You all
video.
came in here today. Y'all came in here and you came in purposely to start mess. That's what you came
We
in
were
here
nothing
for.
but nice to you.
You came in here with your phones out ready.
That's because we were working on a video.
Duh.
Because you're working on a video.
Yes.
And you can work on a video with your mask on. It's as simple as that.
You're not. Your
You
mask
decide
is not
you're
even
doing-
being properly
Sir,
worn, and you're telling
know
us.
It don't matter.
Yes,
I
it
got one
does.
on.
Your mask
I got
is.
one on.
Your mask is
Put
under.
one on and then complain.
Why are you screaming?
Wow.
Yes, I am.
Why?
You're gonna get in trouble.
Because I want you to leave and
You're-
follow the rules like everybody else.
Ma'am, you're supposed to be courteous and professional.
I'm not going to be courteous to people that's not being courteous to me.
Am I raising my voice to you?
Sir, you're not leaving when I'm asking you to leave.
You're acting like a Karen, ma'am.
Okay, whatever. Am I a Karen?
Yeah.
No, I'm not no Karen. I'm black. I ain't no damn Karen.
Well, you're-
Now you acting like a Karen.
You're a-
You think you're privileged.
What did he just
Don't
call
give me
me?
that bullshit.
A Karen.
That Karen. Karen's a white chick that goes
Like,
to
comment, and
college.
subscribe.
It's an overly sensitive person that gets
No,
that goes
that's-
the extra
that's not
mile
what
for no
Karen is.
reason.
That's not what Karen is.
Yes, it is.
That's not what
You're
Karen
calling the
is.
police on a lawful
You know what?
activity.
And you're right, sir. What did you got to
Standing here.
Forever. You're gonna be on my thumbnail.
She definitely has something against white people. I'm black. I'm black. What was that? She has something against white people.
Called her Karen, and it's not appreciated.
So why
That'd be like me.
are there any black people that are named Karen? Yes, there's black.
I have no idea.
Of course there's black. Of course there's black females whose name is Karen.
Her raising her voice to the public is very unprofessional.
How are you? You ever heard the term "gone postal"? You ever heard that? Gone postal?
Oh yeah.
I mean, we're not doing anything illegal. We're trying to work on a video like the rules say. We looked at the rules from the post office. They say that we can record here. What? We're nothing but nice.
One word, thumbnail. Karen goes postal at the post office.
I said, ma'am, you're acting like a Karen. I'm not a Karen. I'm not a Karen. I'm black. What? What?
Y'all, who's
you-
y'all?
You turned
Who's
this into
y'all?
you turned this into
Us? Us people?
You turned this into a racial thing, ma'am.
No, I didn't turn it into a racial thing.
Yes, you did. You did.
You called me Karen. Sir,
So, yeah, there's-
have a mask on to be in the building, please.
No, you
There-
don't. It's not a law.
Thank you.
It's not a law.
I don't have the, I can't find the law.
By the way, I know black females whose name are Karen.
There we go. Dump it in.
Stand up for your rights, sir.
Something. Wait, so it's gonna be 6. I'll take 6 of these. You don't have to give me any extra change. You're good.
Peekaboo.
Let me just give you the difference.
The police told me to close the window. Pull your stuff in.
What
You're done. Give him whatever you want.
I gotta take his stamps.
Oh, they're shutting down?
Thank you.
You guys are shutting
Told
down?
us to close everything up.
Okay.
Why?
Thank you,
Why are you guys shutting?
Yeah.
You guys are shutting down? Wow. Post office shuts down over a mask refusal.
Bye, Karen. I love you.
Damn. Did he even finish with this guy? She went crazy screaming. I am black. I'm not a Karen. I'm black. What the fuck?
Okay, we're leaving, Karen.
What do you think about the service here today, Mr. Universal?
Sir, I never seen somebody gone postal the way that she just went. I didn't even think that Karen worked in the post office until we came here. But this is why Mr. America does what he does. Not because he wants to irritate people, provoke people, but he wants to let people expose themselves, how they treat people of the public just because they're filming and doing a First Amendment protected activity. And that's why you're gonna go ahead and like this video, like, comment, and subscribe to Audit America, Universal TV, and Fake Micro News, baby. And stay tuned for some more action.
He done all his talking that.
You do have a nice shape up.
This sign here says that masks
Are recommended.
Right there on the door, our past postmaster printed something new. And he printed something different that came out last week. Our mask signs have been in effect since 2021 of September. Everything kicked back in. That's an old sign that needs to be taken down. That's why we put that sign up saying mandatory.
Why you let your emotions get in between your professionalism and your work? Why would you let
Why
your...
won't you leave her alone?
Oh, they're
She's the
fine.
one screaming.
They're fine.
I'm not
They're
talking
fine.
about
Oh, now we're fine.
They're fine.
Now we're fine.
Yeah,
talking
you're
about
fine.
leave her
Okay,
alone.
so I would like a copy of Poster 7, a stamp, and a stamped envelope.
Please.
No service without the mask. It's as simple as that. And I'm
Yeah.
not going to argue about that. fellas.
Okay. Well, I'll
So
tell you
y'all keep
something.
doing your thing.
I'll tell you something. You're going to
me
be in
take this
Auditing
off of
America.
your-
Make sure you check us out.
Okay, baby.
Okay? We have millions of views on the web.
Weird, dude.
I would
Stop.
I would suggest that you check up on the Constitution, okay? Make sure
Go talk to the postmaster. He's the one who put it out, sweetie.
why
On postal property, you're supposed to be masked up.
did you know that we go to postal property
go.
all over the country and we
If you go to 1410, listen, 1410.
Catherine Brown.
Northwest, listen, 1410 Northwest Gage.
Okay.
Off Highway 75, Lower Silver Lake Road. Seriously, and that's where the postmaster
all
is
right, we're
at.
gonna go over there right now. Can we have her name so we know who sent us over there, or your name?
Catherine,
Catherine, and her?
Cheryl,
Cheryl. All right, thank you. Take care.
bye.
See, now
Bye.
we're gone.
Oh, the police is here. We were on our way anyway, but they really messed up here. Now she says that we're okay to be here. You look very young to be a police officer. How old are you, sir?
I'll let you guess.
You're about 21.
Close. I'll look you super young. I'm 24.
You're 24? Awesome, awesome. Well, we're working on a video about the post office, right? And we looked at the rules from the post office. We're right there on the wall. And it says that we are legally and lawfully allowed to video record in this federal property. And also, there's an official sign that says masks are recommended. You see, the same way you guys are not wearing a mask, we're not wearing one. She went postal on us and shut down the entire business over the First Amendment and over our freedoms. Maybe if you explain to her that we have the right to be here, she will understand a little bit better. But she was just straight up yelling and being disorderly. Okay. And also turned this into a racial thing, by the way.
I'm sure. Yes, and you guys need masks on as well.
She's gonna harass the cops.
It's at the door. We have the door, and it's mandatory by a postmaster. It's mandatory in all federal buildings, and that's period. And the same thing I explained to them. That rule doesn't change regardless of your race. Or
Why
your
you're the
status.
ones
You have to
screaming
have
that
them.
you're black, this and
Hold on.
that?
Hey, hold on.
And we asked him, he came in here, they came in here looking for trouble.
We've been nothing
When they
but
came-
nice.
When they came in the door, they had their cameras out, filming, ready. You're being filmed. We're
That's
doing
the First
video.
Amendment.
Okay.
Well, I haven't given you permission to film me.
Could you explain
And
to
what
her?
are you doing?
Hey, hold on a second.
And I'm telling you, I said, sir, I said, well, whatever y'all doing, you gotta have your mask on here. Well, we got this heifer and we got this, that. Okay, well, do you have that on you? Well, you don't have the right to ask. I said, well, you don't have the right to be in here. That's our law. Our law is that all people. And they stand here, they've been doing, you see what they're doing. And they've been all up in our face, period. We want them.
Sir, please.
Period. Because
Please.
that rule applies to
They're investigating
everyone.
something. Pay attention. Pay attention.
And my job is to keep them safe.
Just, there's nothing unsafe
I
here.
want them to leave for harassment as well. They're not here for anything.
Actually, you're the one
They
screaming.
have the right to record. That's their right.
He never said that. I know.
Yeah, you did.
So, hold on.
I did.
Hold on.
Cheryl did.
I'm trying to explain everything, okay? If you do not want him in here because of their mask situation,
The mask-
that's fine.
that's
if you've
fine.
asked them to leave,
Yes.
then they can leave. Okay?
Yes, but they
you-
won't.
We can
well,
refuse.
That's where we come in, okay?
Okay.
But I'm just saying, okay, it's not harassment. They have the right to record. They have the right to record us right now, okay?
Also, they're not wearing a mask. Why are you harassing everyone?
I just talked to the
You're not. She's not even wearing the mask properly.
Because it keeps slipping off of my
Oh, well, that sounds like a personal problem.
She did say something about the mask with us.
I mean, why is she harassing the police as well?
Okay.
I have recordings.
Awesome, because we've been nothing but nice. We've been nothing but nice.
I've talked to you. Just give me a second, okay?
I have recordings of them.
I know, she's harassing the cops. You guys need to wear a mask too.
It's also not illegal.
Well, they need to leave them when they're being asked to leave.
Yes, I do. And we will give them up. I got some in the back.
Good.
But they're recording and that kind of stuff.
I don't like I didn't say anything about
And
that.
words are just words.
Well, I
They're
understand
going-
that. But we've got customers that are in here that have left because.
No, actually, he was all about us. It's on
No,
video.
I'm talking about two other people that just left.
You guys are harassing everyone that comes in. You're even bothering the cops about a mask.
This is what it's been like the entire time.
That's because we have the First Amendment. We're not cursing. We're not being loud. Actually, I'm gonna start recording.
Okay.
But she did. She did.
Well, I mean, she doesn't enforce the laws either.
But we'd like to press charges on her for disorderly conduct because she's been disorderly. She shut down the whole business. This is federal property. She doesn't have the authority to tell us to leave unless we're breaking the law. You see, you guys have to wear a mask because you're at work. But us, we're free citizens.
Here's the thing. Okay. I'm not saying that you guys don't have that kind of right, but when they ask you to leave, this is a business technically, okay? So they have that authority to ask you guys to leave.
But
the
it's not a
property.
private business.
Okay.
That's the thing. Only a private business can do that.
No, that's not how it works.
Yeah, unless I'm breaking the law.
They can ask us to leave, but if we're not committing a crime, if we're engaged in
You get-
This is a public
but
place.
Here's the thing, guys.
It's a public place.
Like you said, it's
You've
still a
been asked to
business.
leave,
But it's a
and
public
now you're
place.
refusing to leave,
It's
so that could be a crime at that point.
well,
okay?
we're having a conversation right now.
I know, and I'm talking to you guys, right?
So the thing is, if we're asked to leave, but there's no legal basis for us to be asked to leave, that's against our civil rights. We have every right to be in a public building. We help pay for the people that are here. So unless we're breaking the law, we should have every right. And just because someone doesn't like us in here, doesn't mean they should be able to tell
So
us
I
to
have
do
a
that.
question to counter that, because I've actually watched a lot of videos of what you guys have done, what a lot of people have done, the First Amendment audits. Do you have the right to be anywhere in this building?
Not in restricted area.
Not restricted areas.
But we're in a public area.
So-
And also the official sign says
Let him talk. Give him a second.
appreciate you, but, okay. So, do you think that a business has the right to change their restrictions on certain areas to certain people?
private business.
Private businesses do,
Okay.
yes. But this
Also, you guys.
The important word is not business there, or not private there, it's business.
No.
It is a
No, you
business.
have to be specific
Okay.
because
Hold on, just listen.
it. Now Walmart can kick us out
I'll
whenever.
listen to you. Okay, just give me a second, okay? All right. So they do actually have the right to ask you to leave. And because they've had to shut down their business rather than deal with, everyone else, that's interfering in their job,
I
which
appreciate
is causing a disturbance.
She is interfering. because you see, we didn't shut that down. We're just here engaged in a constitutionally protected activity.
Right.
We're not being nasty.
And-
We're
and
not
I-
being
and I-
loud.
did I ever
So
s-
how are we disturbing the
Let
business
me ask you, right?
specifically?
So to further this conversation, you're saying that they have the right to tell us to leave.
Yes.
Okay, but is that a command or a request? And if it is a command, what is the legal basis for them telling us to
If
leave?
they are in charge of the property, they have the right to tell people to leave.
But you understand this is federal property.
Who is in charge of
This
this
is
property?
not
I
private
understand
property.
that.
So we have the right to be here. Our constitutional rights and our freedoms should be protected in this building more than anywhere
As a
else.
matter of fact, sir, poster 7 that's posted prominently right over there says nothing contained in it. First of all, says we have the right to video record, which the
Yes.
First Amendment already says.
There's nothing
And
wrong
I
with that.
haven't
And
said
you informed
anything
that.
about that.
So
I informed her.
here's the problem, right? Here's the problem is we shouldn't, they shouldn't be allowed to solicit a trespass on us if we're not doing anything illegal. Now, if we come in here threatening or destroying property, then yeah, come round us up. But just because somebody doesn't want us here. Now, if, like you said, if this is Walmart, that's fine. But our tax money does go to help finance this. So this is a public lobby, and I don't see how they could solicit a trespass
Also-
if we're not engaged in anything criminal.
Also, there's an official sign on the door that says that masks are recommended.
Recommended.
Yes.
So
But they do
now
have
we're
a-
gonna
they do
ignore
have a thing
that.
on the door that says that it's required.
Yeah, it looks like a paper that somebody printed out. It's not an official paper. It's not an official form.
It's still their requirements that you have to have a mask on in here.
And I will tell you actually that at the very least on the city and state level, masks are required in all of those buildings.
Well, we just came
So
from
what-
We just did all the buildings and nobody bothered us.
You had to take it up with Linda Lemon.
Actually, we just had enough. We had actually this. Where is it? No.
Sergeant Lamb actually escorted us. First, there was
Vietnamese
three
cop.
officers, American cop.
He's your supervisor, right?
No, he's not my direct supervisor.
Okay.
He is one of our supervisors.
Well, I'll tell you what he just did.
We
to-
just- I started.
I tell you what your sergeant just did for us. We were at the other building. The people were. There was another officer actually saying what you guys are saying, and he went and said, slow down. You can take off your mask. And if you'd like to see that, I can show you right now. There's no difference between
and
that building and this
I'm not
building.
saying I don't believe you. I'm not saying I don't believe you at all.
So
okay?
this is, we can nicely refuse. What if we have medical paperwork that states that we don't have to wear a mask in public place? You guys are exposing the department into a lawsuit, which we don't want to sue anyone. We've never sued anyone.
So I actually know where you're going with that argument, and it's actually been disproven in court.
What?
The whole, okay, so if I say, hey, well, will you show me the medical paperwork saying that you can't wear a mask? You'll say, oh, that violates my HIPAA rights.
No, it's my Fourth Amendment.
Well,
And HIPAA
but that's
as
the
well.
argument generally.
Well, it's
is
my
that
Fourth Amendment.
The HIPAA.
I don't have to. Once I say medical exemption, the conversation should be over. You see, we don't have to discuss.
Regardless, you're a law officer.
Yeah.
You enforce laws.
Yes.
Is there a specific law that requires us to wear a mask? Because Sergeant Lamb said that there's not a law.
We should call. Can you call that sergeant?
So the Senate passed from the beginning,
I'm working on one right
or
now.
not the Senate, sorry, the governor
I
actually.
think that he's gone for the day, but I'm working on another one for you.
That guy is an amazing officer. Okay,
sorry, yeah.
he stand up
the governor
for
actually
our
passed a
rights
law
with the
saying that
mask,
people had to
bro.
wear masks,
No, I-
and then the Senate took away.
Follow his step.
And have
sorry,
I
the
not
Senate
stood
took
up
away
for you?
what?
I
The Senate
told her
negated
that-
any punishment.
No, and I understand. You stand up for the First Amendment, and I appreciate that very much. We have thousands watching, by the way.
Oh, do you?
Yes,
Are you
yes.
guys live streaming?
We're not live, but we have over 100 million views on the internet.
Do you guys do like a YouTube channel or something?
Yes, we have a YouTube channel, and we're never disorderly. We never break the
No,
law.
you haven't been disorderly to
We're
me at all.
always courteous and professional. The reason that our channel is so successful is because everybody's doing the wrong thing. Public employees are doing the wrong thing, and we have a lot of police officers that stand up for our rights, like you did about our First Amendment, and we have a lot of police officers that don't care about our rights. And I've been myself and this gentleman have been illegally arrested in the past for taking pictures.
He's
Yes.
asking the purpose of this, right? And I'll tell you why. You have the NSA, who has been spending trillions of dollars to illegally wirelessly wiretap us. You have the mainstream media that can come and do whatever they please. You guys would never take a trip to DC to Maryland with us and round up the NSA. Then you have the country was started on a 3% tax on tea. We're now taxed 30 to 40% upwards of that. This country was also built on religious freedom. And over the last couple of years, you people have enforced stopping people from going to church, stopping people from opening things. So
Okay, when you say you people, are you saying TPD?
cops in general across the country.
Okay, but has it happened here in Topeka and in Kansas?
Yeah.
Sure yet.
Well, I just had an officer try to enforce mask on us, and a supervisor came and saved the day. So we're hoping that that same supervisor.
Because he's saying that the religious freedoms have been impugned. So we're
So there was
we're
no
in
church,
Topeka.
there was no churches that were closed down in Topeka? Did you stand by someone
That was their choice,
Well, I thought you said it was a governor mandate.
and then it got negated. But that's each place's choice whether to shut down or not.
What do you mean each place? Are you talking about
Well,
the church?
a church is a private entity. They can choose whether to shut down or not.
So it's up to them. So
So-
was that made clear to them?
Yeah.
So it was
They know
optional.
they can
there was
shut
never,
down.
there was never a mandate or recommendation from the governor that said you had to shut down.
I certainly never went to any church and forced them to shut down.
Did you
And
stand
that's
by
what you're
any
saying.
church or business and make sure that they were allowed to stay open despite an unconstitutional order?
No. I don't know about other cities, but we have quite a bit to do in Topeka.
Well, there's no businesses going on right here at all right now. You know what I'm saying? The whole Main Street is the only thing that's open is government buildings. No, there's no business to be
Don't talk to her.
kept up.
She also turned this into a racial thing. Started saying, "I'm black. Don't call me a Karen. This and that." We're not here to create a problem, bro. We're just here to document our visit. Unfortunately, this lady went postal. You heard that term before? She's gone postal, and she's gonna be seen by thousands on the internet. You see, we have 100 million views on the internet, ma'am. So we're gonna go ahead and get going. We don't want to hold you guys back any longer because we want you.
Supervisor's en route if you guys would like to talk to them.
Oh, okay.
So
Cool.
I mean, you can talk to them out front if you'd like.
All right, let's go.
That way
So,
we can accomplish both goals.
all right, cool. Yeah, I'm kind of hungry too. Do you have any suggestion for lunch?
I can't recommend a business because that would be preferential treatment.
Okay, cool.
But there are plenty of good places in Topeka.
Awesome.
Where are you guys from?
She's just loud. I don't know. We're all from different states. I just came from Florida just to pay you a visit. What do you think? That's a long way. Had to buy me a jacket and everything.
That's only 24 hours by car.
Yep. Oh, they're here. Awesome. Hey, are you a supervisor?
I am.
Awesome. It's good to see you without a mask, first of all.
Well, that's why I'm not in past this building.
There's a sign that states.
Hey, how's it going?
Can you explain this, John?
Hey, so we have a couple signs here. One on the other side, well, the other side says it's recommended, it's mandatory. This is a public building. We talked to Lamb as well earlier, Sergeant Lamb. We were going into a courtroom, not a courtroom, but in a court lobby. And he said that we didn't have to wear masks, and this lady basically shut down service because we weren't wearing a mask. We told her that it's our right not to wear a mask in a federal building.
Yeah, we can nicely refuse. That's like, we're not trying to, she get disorderly really quick. She was screaming at us, shut down the business for absolutely no reason.
Was this at the federal courthouse or at the state, or, I mean, the city?
We've
city
been
courthouse?
to like 7.
We've been to all the buildings.
And we've yet to wear masks.
And
the
the-
one
and the-
time we did agree to wear masks, Sergeant Lamb came and said, you can actually take those off.
Yeah.
And that would probably be in the city building.
Well, you guys work for the city.
No,
You
it
have,
was,
I think I know where you're going with this. You're saying this is a federal facility, you don't have any jurisdiction, but apparently you guys do because you guys are enforcing
No, I'm not saying we don't have jurisdiction, I'm just saying the city building, that would be the city's policy at the city courthouse for municipal court, that's the city's policy.
Correct. And this is also a policy. So policies are not law. We only follow the law.
I understand that, but on private property, if somebody wishes you to leave because you're not following their policy.
And you're absolutely right, but this is public property.
Well, there's another supervisor that's actually on the phone, and that is to be determined, so.
So are you saying that the federal post office that we pay for our taxes is private?
I'm not gonna say that because
I think that's what you were about to say. I mean, not to be rude, but.
I'm not saying that, that's why before
Why would anyone possibly think that this is not a public building?
It's the post office. It's the post office. Also, we go around.
I'm not saying it's not a public building, and whether or not we can enforce their city ordinance because they are asking you to leave.
But you have to have
what is in question.
If what's in question, what should be, now, if we committed a crime or you guys had reasonable articulable suspicion that we had committed a crime in the process or were about to commit a crime, then sure, then you could gladly ask us to leave, and if we didn't comply with that, you could be well within your rights to arrest us. However,
For trespassing.
if we're on a public property, engaged in a constitutionally protected act, there should be, no matter what she says, her feelings don't trump our rights. You know, now if we were yelling and screaming, and if we were knocking on things and breaking things, then yeah, drag us out of here. But
Would you guys arrest somebody for disorderly conduct that's screaming out of the top of their lungs inside this building?
If that is something, and that is what I'm saying.
Because she was screaming she was screaming really loud. So I'm concerned if she was engaged in disorderly conduct.
Well, my thing is, there's no such thing as disorderly conduct. We've asked thousands of police
Well, according to
officers
these gentlemen right here, there is.
Yeah.
So
The thing
if
is-
you're disorderly, you can go to jail. I mean, I'm sure it's a misdemeanor, right?
When specifically does the First Amendment end and disorderly conduct begin?
When you're, excuse me, when you are promoting brawling or fighting.
So as long as you're not calling for violence, you're well within your rights, because you have the constitutional right to protest, you have the constitutional right to say whatever you want, including swears. But if it comes on, if I'm calling for violence, or does that, would also include, hypothetically, if I said to him, hey, your mother, would that also count?
Which we would never do that. You know what I'm saying? We don't go.
Like dropping an F-bomb after that? Is that
Yeah,
what-
it's the First
Yeah,
Amendment.
I could technically tell this dude to F his mother. Now, would you protect that? Or would that's one thing. But another thing is if I say, I'm going to legit murder you, and here's how I'm gonna do it. So where's that line?
Well, if you called somebody a mother effer and they didn't, that's not promoting brawling or fighting.
We have a lot of police officers that say those are fighting words.
You know, I'll tell you what, I'll give this guy credit, because he's the only officer we've ever had, not only to give an answer, but give the correct answer. The First Amendment only ends if you're making
Are
threats.
you referring to like in this building?
In general,
Oh.
in general, yeah.
In general, that would be very subjective. Like in general, in public, calling somebody a mother effer, that's very subjective.
And that's part of the problem that I have with disorderly conduct laws and disturbing the peace, is because our First Amendment was built for controversial speech. It was controversial to say, hey, let's go get those redcoats and shoot them in the face.
Also, who says our peace is not being disturbed right now by this lady? You know, we could have been on our way already, but no, we're over here explaining law enforcement officers about our situation that could probably end us being detained, but unfairly, because this is a government employee. So are you guys. So most of the time, you guys, go by what your coworker is saying. And we've done nothing but be nice to her and to everyone that was here when we arrived. Then she explained to the cop everything the wrong way. Luckily, you guys are auditing America, and thousands of people are gonna see the lies that that Cheryl from the post office at, where are we? Where are we? Topeka. If anyone wants to complain on Cheryl.
You guys don't know what city you're in?
I'm sorry?
You didn't know what city you're in?
No, we're auditing America, so we have a lot of cities that
You
we
guys just go all around the country then?
all around the country. These videos are financing our tour through the United States, making sure that the First Amendment stay
I'm sorry.
alive, and that freedom of the press, most importantly, our right to video record. Yep. Thank you.
One thing I'm very happy is that I noticed that the Topeka police officers are very nice and kind, except for one officer.
Well, we appreciate that.
Yeah, you guys are pretty awesome, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, Thank you.
Appreciate that.
We try to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are the only ones that didn't make yourself look bad in this city.
You guys should take a trip down to Miami. They're sitting on their cars, they're holding their jumps, they're smoking cigars.
You see the Miami cops? They're like actors. They look like actors actually.
They're all steroids with the tattoos. and
Tattoos,
smoking
big
cigars.
cigar.
I caught a Chicago cop sleeping in his car. I mean, so this is a refreshing.
In their Speedos.
How long are you guys gonna be in
That's a whole
Topeka
nother
for?
thing I didn't watch.
I'm sorry?
How long are you guys gonna be in Topeka for?
Right here?
Oh, just in the city.
Oh, we're actually on our way. We're leaving to another city now.
Where to next?
Oh, you're asking too many questions, my friend.
I'll just subscribe to the YouTube channel.
There you go. There you go. Awesome. That's very good. We have a lot of police officers that subscribe to my channel for good and bad reasons. Some of them say, I love the videos. The other ones say, well, where is he? So we can drop some crack cocaine. Fortunately, hold on. Let's go back to what he just said. Fortunately for YouTubers, the dislike button is gone.
It is?
Well, it's there,
It's-
but you can't. The counter is no longer.
No one can see the counter.
And
I
you
didn't
want to
know
know why
that.
that
But
happens?
most of our videos
because
still
of
get more likes.
Joe Biden and Bill Gates videos were getting disliked by orders of magnitude, like tens of thousands negative compared to maybe hundreds of positive. And they wanted to get rid of that because that's not conducive to their story.
How does Joe Biden
I
have
wonder
2
if I
million
wonder if I've
dislikes?
seen you guys online before.
You probably have.
We
We confronted Joe Biden,
several times.
Kamala
Like
Harris,
5 times. We've
Trump,
confronted
Hillary Clinton.
Bill
Hillary
and
Clinton.
about Epstein before the news even
to
knew
this
Epstein was.
distance. Hey Hillary. Hey Hillary.
We've
Hey Joe
had
Biden. We got reaction from Joe Biden.
You
did?
Yeah, he said,
So
"Oh,
this
come
week
on,
there's
pal,
Joe
give me a
Biden,
break."
like, I mean,
We got a reaction from Trump. We confronted Bernie Sanders, Mike Bloomberg. Who else? Multiple governors.
Gabbard, Rashida Tlaib. I mean, pretty much
This
everybody
guy
that you can think
interviewed
of.
Martin Luther King's niece, right? Also,
And they went behind Comet Pizza. Comet Pizza, Pizzagate, all the conspiracies with that, they were there. Oh
Yeah, I
yeah.
don't necessarily buy into the misdirection there, but yeah, Epstein came out and proved everything we're talking about in spades.
I think it was so funny when she gave y'all orders. Y'all gotta wear. Call the FBI.
I know exactly. Call the police because we didn't wear masks. The police show up without a mask, and who's she gonna call?
Oh man, that was
Call the SWAT.
that
Call
was
the
so.
Russians.
Actually, that's one of the best part of this video is that she's calling the police over us not wearing a mask, and the police
Show up without a
with no
mask.
Oh my
This is
God.
how crazy. Like, and the thing is, a woman thinks that she should even call 911 over someone not wearing
Some
a
men
mask.
too.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about COVID?
Well, I mean, the thing is, our founding fathers, George Washington, he fought for our freedom during the mix of a smallpox outbreak, you know? And those guys didn't have shoes over at Valley Forge, you know, crossing the Delaware. So they not only didn't get locked down, but they fought for our freedoms. And the thing is, I don't mind if the government will say, hey, you know what? It's probably a good idea if you're immunocompromised or you might be able to get sick. We would suggest staying home. If you don't have to open your business, don't have to. But when they use the color of law to, you know, I mean, it really tears my heart to see, even in Florida, there were people that were arrested for going to church. There were, in New York City, there were people that were broken up in a funeral, ripped apart at a funeral. I mean, that's crazy. Now, if you feel like it's a normal day, like when I had the flu back in the day, I didn't go out because I had the flu. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it should be your choice. The government, according to the Declaration of Independence, was created with our consent to secure our rights. That's why we have a government, so that you guys can secure our rights, so tyrants don't take it over. So when the people that take a sacred oath to protect our rights do the opposite of that, then we have a problem. And that's part of the reason that we're doing these mask refusals. Now, if Walmart or, you know, a taco place says, hey, you got to put a mask on before you go there, and I want to go and, you know, eat there, then I'm going to put the mask on.
We actually love private property because they can put those rules. You know,
No shirt, no shoes, no service, no mask, no entrance.
we love
That's
that.
fine.
We love that. We agree with that.
Constitution Hall.
Yeah.
Oh my
Constitution
God,
Hall.
nice. And they are
Kansas
right
will be
across
a
the
free
street from the
state.
Constitution
This is
Hall.
one thing. Kansas will be
That's where the
a free
Kansas
state.
Constitution
This is one
was.
thing I know. Right there on the
Oh
building.
my God! Is this like a message from far away to us right now?
Kansas was created as a free state in contrast to Missouri, and you know that's one of the things that helped create this
I bet you we walk into the Constitution Hall with cameras and somebody's gonna say, well, you can't film here, buddy. This is private property. We're using the First Amendment. Yo. Unreal. Any buildings you guys think we should go audit?
Not that I know of, man. I'm sure there's plenty of buildings around though.
Awesome.
Activism many years ago, I would always wear a suit, and I actually purchased a real microphone, right, to look legit, because I confront a lot of people, and perception's everything, right?
Oh, okay.
And then so I got in this gentleman's channel, and he's got literally hundreds of millions of views on the internet, and people immediately realized that that wasn't real. So they nicknamed me Real News Fake Mike. I thought it sounded better, Fake Mike Real News. And I use it as a symbol of transparency. It's kind of like an energized amulet, if you will, of altruism. And it signifies the fact that I didn't cover up for Jeffrey Epstein. I didn't lie about weapons of mass destruction. I don't wear makeup. I don't read off a teleprompter. I don't get any money from corporate sponsors, big pharma, the military industrial complex. I'm just a regular dude. You know what I'm saying? That's the beauty of America. So Fake Mike. Yeah, pretty stupid.
Oh, okay, so use it as a fake mic.
Yeah, you know, it's debatable. What people will say, hey, we love it. It's comic relief. It's interesting, and then some people say, "Hey, no one's going to take you serious."
Some people say that could be considered a weapon.
I've actually had this detained. a couple of times. I'll go into a.
Well, we're gonna hold on to your wish.
They've detained my wish. So this thing's got some lawsuits here.
Oh wow. Are we live streaming on something?
No, we're not, but it's gonna be on YouTube tomorrow.
You said it's Auditing America?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Is that like a website you guys have?
That's our channel. We're in all the platforms: Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. We have millions of views.
Are you guys willing to provide us your names?
I just did, pretty much. All you have to do is check up who owns Auditing America.
Okay. I'm not demanding.
Why?
I just wanna-
Oh, okay.
I'm just asking.
Oh well,
So
I'm Enrique, by the way.
Enrique?
I'm Enrique.
Yeah, I'm Will.
Okay.
Yeah, I have no problem. I
What
say
do
my
you-
government name in the beginning of every thing.
What did he
Every
say?
video, so.
We're still waiting on some phone calls.
Well, at least you guys are, you know, making phone calls, trying to find out. Some officers.
I don't want to give you a false answer. I want to make sure. I don't want to.
Well, I appreciate that. A lot of people would just be a D-bag and follow
and give us whatever
and
answer.
just kick us out.
And then say, you see these? We're gonna handcuff you right now. Da, da, da.
Now you're
Happens all the
trespassing. Now
time.
you're being disorderly. Okay. Now you're
Well,
causing a disturbance.
now you're starting trouble.
Now you're, yeah.
And then they hold their vest right here. Why you guys always do that?
Have you guys?
They're heavy.
Have you guys been subject to arrest during your auditing of America
I
tour?
have.
We have getting
The case has been
dismissed.
but it is a pain in the ass when you have to go show up to court, take a day off of work.
Multiple days.
Multiple
You see,
days, yeah.
I have fought a misdemeanor for a whole year before.
I'm
You
fighting.
know what I'm
I'm
saying?
fighting literally in the state house in Rhode Island. I was protesting the tremendously negative treatment of the kids under DCYF there in the state house, and I got arrested for exercising my freedom of speech. It's over 2 years now I've been fighting that case. So that's a violation of my Sixth Amendment. But you know, at the end of the day, it could be worse. We could be storming the beaches in Normandy, right? You know, so
We could be doing anything else right now,
that
but
was Rhode Island.
we decide to do the right thing and bring an education to people that don't understand our rights.
Where are you guys based out of?
There's no real base.
I mean,
actually.
where do you guys reside? I mean, if you.
We really don't at this point. The last 3 or 4 years, we've just been on the road pretty much.
You guys got like a van or something? You guys cruise around?
Airbnbs.
I got you. Okay.
And this is not paid promo for Airbnb, so I may have to edit that.
Take that part out.
That's one of the few places when you go to New York City, you got to go Airbnb. Otherwise, they're gonna make you get the passport.
Well, in New York, you can pay $2,000 a month, and you can live in a restroom.
That's true.
That's the size of what you're gonna get. New York City cops now have to be very careful because they don't have qualified immunity no more. So they can get personally sued if they violate anyone's rights.
Mm-hmm.
You should have seen them before. Oh,
Hopefully that will increase the training. What type of do you guys? Before you took your oath to the Constitution, did you guys get training on it? Do you guys get continual trainings on the Constitution? How does that work?
Yep, we get
6 months of academy to start with, and we'll go through all that kind of stuff, and then continually we have to have so many hours of continuing education each year. So we'll do legal updates, that kind of stuff.
The laws will change yearly.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll touch on different things that come up, the new stuff. So
How you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Sergeant Schultz. Just shake hands. No.
Sure. I'm Enrique. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Big Mike, pleasure to meet you, brother.
Mike.
See, Mr. Universal.
Mr. Universal, it's a good name, man. Okay, so I made some phone calls. I'm here assisting the other supervisor with some of your questions, I'm guessing. So what can I help you with?
So we were refused entry, and they shut the place down because of the mask.
Okay.
Now here it says masks are required. On the other side, it says recommended and required on 2 separate signs.
Okay.
So our main point was they were trying to maybe get us out of here, but my counter to that would be, as long as we're not engaged in any illegal activity, we should have every right to be in a public building.
So I made some phone, this is a good opportunity to clarify what's going on here. Then I made some phone calls. We have an FBI office just a few blocks down.
Really?
Okay,
Cool.
Or maybe even 1 block down. Called over there, talked to one of our associates that works with the FBI directly, and they kind of cleared it up for us. This is a federal building, and all federal buildings are mandating a mask policy for all visitors and employees. You can't go in any federal building and not have a mask on. That's their policy.
Sure.
It's something that they can enforce, even though it's a federal building and open to the public. Well, not all of them are open to the public, but even though like this is open to the public, they can ask that if you would like to do business here, that you wear a mask and be in compliance with the policy. If you don't want to do that, that's fine. They have the right to refuse your service.
Sure. So first, I get that, but if it's a federal building, it's really our building, right? And secondly, if they're saying they can refuse a service, what about medical exemptions? And as you said, it's a policy, not the law. So you guys are law enforcement. You shouldn't be enforcing policy, especially if it's unconstitutional.
So we're not enforcing any policies, and I hope that's very clear. We're enforcing the trespass order, okay? Trespassing is very simply put, if you're asked to leave the building and you refuse to leave, now you are breaking the law. You're breaking trespassing.
And so could anybody trespass? So like if I just told that dude, you have to leave when I was in there, would you also trespass him?
Well, I would say you don't have authority over the building. Even though you're gonna tell me that taxpayers, we own the buildings and stuff, you haven't been appointed any authority over this building. You have the right.
Who has the authority?
The postmaster.
The postmaster.
Yeah, and the federal government. I mean, you guys are gonna try to put me in a position of answer questions I can't give you.
No, I mean, I think you're alluding to what I was going to say. The Postmaster General, he works for us. We pay his salary, and it literally says on poster 7 there, which is the rules and regulations of the post office, it says that we have the right to film. And it also says in the second to last paragraph, nothing in this document should be used to abrogate any state or federal laws. Okay. So it says it right there in their own documentation that we have the right to do that.
Yeah, you absolutely have the right to film. There's no question there, and we're not even talking about that.
So hypothetically,
so the people that have been appointed in charge, and you've already brought up the Postmaster General and all the employees, right? There has been a directive that anybody visiting the building, anybody entering the building, shall comply with the directive of wearing a mask, okay? If you don't want to do that, then you don't have to come into the building.
Great. Now, one more hypothetical for you. If someone is neurodiverse, has autism, or medical exemption, or just doesn't want to follow a policy that's not law, how would they go about getting service in here? Like if there was a kid that was neurodiverse and had autism right now, would you drag them out if they didn't have a mask on?
Well, let's be clear, I haven't drugged anybody out of anything.
No, I'm just asking a hypothetical.
I don't want to play hypotheticals. I would just rather stick to what we're dealing with right here. Surely there's some workarounds of people who have
Yes, there is, and don't call me Shirley.
I appreciate you keeping the conversation light because I'm not upset, and I hope you guys.
I'm not either. No, I mean.
No, we're not upset.
These guys have been very polite and nice,
and I would expect nothing less.
And they didn't try to step on our rights either, which is cool.
Yeah, you should speak with Gonzalez. You know Gonzalez, Officer Gonzalez. Maybe you need to have a word with him. Everyone else has been very professional and courteous to us from the, what is it, Topeka?
Yes.
Topeka Police Department. Everyone's been very courteous and professional. But Gonzalez, there's a video about him that may catch your eye.
All right, so we have, I mean, that's part of the reason I do this too, because I do have a medical exemption, right? And we said that upon walking in there.
Okay.
So if I go in there, I want to buy a stamp, and they kick me out for not wearing a mask.
Did you explain to staff that you had a medical
And she said, I don't
Where is
care.
that?
Call 911.
Where are the papers? Yeah, she just said call 911.
So, well, here we are.
But look, we're gonna go ahead and get going. You guys have done more than enough for us, so we appreciate you guys. I'm sure there's criminals for you guys to go catch.
Probably untested rape kits and.
And let me just add this one last thing, sir. If you do feel like, if you do feel that there's been an issue here with your rights or things like that, I would encourage you. Guys are intelligent people. I can tell that just by talking to you. Okay.
Oh, you hear that, guys?
Yeah. I don't know what your followers are going to say.
That's
I don't know what kind of
surprised.
videos
Okay,
you post, but
definitely post that part.
Clearly, I think you guys could find some information of someone you could contact to lodge a complaint of some sort or rectify the situation, so you won't have problems going into business in the future.
Okay, appreciate you. I'll just let you know. Yeah, this is the only time we've done hundreds of post offices. The only time we've ever been masked out. So thank you guys. God bless you. Please keep our Constitution. All right.
Take care. Bye.
Between us and tyrants.
We should have 4 more subscriptions in Auditing America, right?
Okay, there you go.
There you go. Take care.
All right, see you, gentlemen. And that's why Mr. America does what he does. Hey, bootlickers, it looks like Fake Mike is intelligent. It looks like we were right. It looks like we just wrecked a whole nother city. Topeka, Kansas, done. Educated. We educated the cops. We educated the government employees and the ordinary public. I'm here with Mr. Universal, SOL, Universe, SOL TV. Find him. Get him know good old Fake Michael sent you. Find Auditing America on all platforms. Instagram, Cash App, TikTok, PayPal, TLB Talk, Minds.com. And we're going to keep traveling the country with a couple snapbacks and a Fake Mike. Real news.